You were going for 3,000, but you went in with, I forgot how much.
2,000?
2,000 some odd anyway. They ended up a very nice winner. Fred and Bill, you're here to see what kind of money you can grab and stick in your pocketbooks. Pocketbooks. Women have pockets. In your pockets. And all of the money you earn today will be awarded by Citibank, MasterCard, and Visa. And we'll start you all off with $200 in the till. This is the sprint round. If you win this thing, it gives you a little leg up in the game. Also, you'll win $100 for every correct answer. 1 minute on the clock, and away we go. What specific degree have you earned if you're awarded an MFA? Peter.
Master of Fine Arts.
Correct. What type of animal begins its life as a pollywog? Fred?
A frog.
Correct. What name do we give to the weapon called a rapier? Peter?
Sword.
Correct. On what continent would you find the Gobi Desert? Bill?
Africa.
Asia was the answer. Traditionally, during which inning of a baseball game does the crowd stand up and stretch? Fred?
Seventh.
Correct. Name the composer of such great works as the Opera Fidelio and the Pastoral Symphony. Beethoven. Which of our senses is the tactile sense? Bill.
Touch.
Correct. Name the governmental watchdog agency whose administrator is William K. Riley. Fred.
EPA.
Correct. Name the city that in 1920 hosted the first meeting of the League of Nations. Bill.
San Francisco.
Geneva. What is the married name of the woman born Marie Gressholz who founded the London Wax Museum? Bill?
Madame Tussauds.
That is right, and let's see where that puts us in the scheme of things. Fred, you've got a slight lead, $500 and control of the game. These are your subjects. We have group names, Looking for Gold, Movies, The Westerns, Let's Be Frank, Dubious Awards, and Kids Games, and it's your choice.
Let's try the Westerns.
The Westerns, all right? Here we go. Blazing Saddles, High Noon, and Shane. $1 to $200 wagers. For $100, two of you going for it, Peter and Bill. In Mel Brooks' comedy western Blazing Saddles, name the actor who played the alcoholic ex-gunfighter called the Waco Kid. Peter.
Gene Wilder.
That's right. Took a minute, but you got it. All right. For $150, Fred. In the movie High Noon, Gary Cooper played Marshal Will Kane. Who played his wife?
Grace Kelly.
That's correct, for $150. And there are 5 subjects left up there for you, Fred.
I think Dubious Awards. I've won a few.
All right. Dubious awards include magazine awards, TV awards, and political awards. Select and wager. Everybody going for the $200 political award. Doubles it to 4. All 3 of you stand by. Before his retirement, what Wisconsin senator presented squanderers of U.S. tax money with Golden Fleece Awards? Fred?
William Proxmire.
You're right, for $200. I beg your pardon, doubled it to 4. You want to try one of the others, magazine awards or TV awards?
No, I think I'm going to pass.
All right, well, press your luck. Let's see here. What you missed? One was easy. Might have gotten them both, Fred. You don't need that in your life. We'll be back in a moment to continue our game right here on The Challenges.
Debbie? Sheila, is that you? You used to be, now you're so... How did you...
Deck the trim.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you sell this by the case?
Here's a gift for your new son.
Son of a gun. Cute.
No, this will help protect all the vinyl and the leather in your car and house.
Thanks, but how much of a mess can a baby make?
What did I tell you? It's like a whole new Kmart.
Hazelnut Belgian Cafe from General Foods International Coffees. Another way to celebrate.
It doesn't seem so far away. I think of it now and then. And in one sweet moment, I can bring it back again.
You don't have to travel far to remember the taste of Belgium. Hazelnut Belgian Cafe.
Buy direct from the manufacturer. Skip the middleman and save at Recreational Factory Warehouse. It's truckload savings time. And if you've ever thought of purchasing a pool or spa, now's the time to buy. Giant 12 by 24 oval pool packages, complete with everything you need, only $9.99. 15-foot packages, just $5.99. And take advantage of no money down and no payments till October or 9.9% financing. See Saturday's paper for all our specials and hurry to the truckload sale going on now at Recreational Factory Warehouse. This is a sale you can't afford to miss.
Tired of your current job? At Medical Arts Training Center, we can help. Contact us immediately. Call 1-800-734-0811. Jeannie did.
I'm Jean Tambellini, and for many years I worked full-time as a waitress. And then I found Medical Arts Training Center. After graduation from Medical Arts, I started work immediately as a medical assistant. I then progressed steadily to office manager. I fully recommend that you find out what Medical Arts can do for you. I'm glad I did.
We have obviously three very intelligent guys with a vast store of knowledge, but they all have interesting, I guess they're pastimes. You raised the dog for a very special purpose. I'm a dog lover. We have 4 of them. What was your dog?
My wife and I were raising a golden retriever for the International Guiding Eyes.
Now, what do you do? Do you raise the dog from a puppy?
Well, we got him after he was weaned, about 10 weeks old, and then we keep him till he's mature enough to go into training. So we had him about a year.
I mean, it's going to be very tough to turn him loose.
It was a very tearful occasion. If he doesn't make it, we get him back. So we don't know if we want to root for him or not to make it.
Yeah, I think you got to root for him. The better part of valor tells me. Good tennis player, or have you been playing a long time?
I used to play juniors in high school, a lot of tournaments, but now it's mostly for fun. And, you know, never got to Wimbledon or anything except as a spectator.
You ever have any dreams of doing that?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to have a Bjorn Borg poster on my wall when I was growing up.
A lot of people have. Now, turn to Bill for a second. I've heard of everything, coins and stamp collecting and autographs. What is it you collect, sir?
Beer cans, the 12-ounce variety.
Why? Bill?
I don't know,
Why?
Dick. Something I started 15 years ago, and I just put in too much effort to ever give up.
Well, the obvious question is, how many beer cans do you have?
About 2,450 different ones right now.
2,000 and some?
2,450 from all over the world.
Where do you keep them?
Everywhere.
Do you live in a house?
I have an apartment right now. Unfortunately, some of them are stored, and just the best ones are out.
You need another apartment, that's for sure. In any case, good luck, gentlemen, to all of you. Fred, you're ahead at $1,050. Peter at 5 and Bill at 2. Let's check the board and see what we have still there. Group names looking for gold. Let's be frank. Kids games, the choice is Fred's, and we'll be underway.
How about group names?
Group names, all right. In the air, on the land, and in the sea. These are group names, gentlemen. We have 2 of you going for the land question. Let's turn to Fred and Peter for this one, worth $150. Bison, boar, or buffalo are seen in herds. Name the noun for bunches of baboons or Boy Scouts. Fred?
Troop.
Troop is right. For $200, Bill, dolphins, whales, or walruses travel in pods. But tuna, sardines, and herring travel in what?
Schools.
That's right, for $200. You have the choice of the last 3. Please select.
Well, I'm looking for gold today, so let's go for that one.
All right. Look for it in California, or the Yukon, or in South Africa. We're looking for gold. Place your wager. For $100, and you all have a question this time. Fred, this is yours. The prospectors and gold seekers who flocked to California in the mid-19th century were known by what numerical nickname?
The 49ers.
That's right. For $150, Bill, name the region of the Yukon Territory where a Canadian gold rush took place in the 1890s.
Klondike.
That's right, for $150. For $200, Peter, name the South African province which contains the world's largest and richest gold fields. Sorry, it's the Transvaal, or Transvaal, I guess it is, with the enunciation there. What is it, Judge? Transvaal?
Transvaal.
Transvaal. All right, thank you, sir. T-R-A-N-S-V-A-A-L. We have Let's Be Frank and kids games as the choices, Bill.
Let's be frank.
We have Anne Frank, Barney Frank, and Frankfurt. Let's be frank, gentlemen. $100 to $200 wagers. For $100, this is yours, Fred. In what country did Anne Frank write her famous diary?
In Germany.
I'm sorry, it was in the Netherlands. And that'll cost you $100 from your score. Peter and Bill for $150. In 1990, the House Ethics Committee voted unanimously to reprimand Congressman Barney Frank. His district is in what New England state? Bill?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is right for $150. The last subject is kids games. It involves card games, outdoor games, and dice games. Select and wager. For $150, Fred and Peter, in one version of what popular game might you hear children chant the name of the game twice, then add, "Can Tommy come over?" Peter.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
That's it. Red Rover is right. Your memory goes back a little bit. Bill, for this one, it's worth $200. You roll a 1, and get the plastic body. Then you roll a 2 and get to attach the head, eventually add the eyes, ears, tongue, and 6 legs, and you win the game called what?
Mr. Potato Head?
No, cootie was the answer. Took you back too far, I'm afraid. That'll cost you a couple $100. We'll be back in a moment to play the second half of the game, and we'll raise the value of all of our questions right here on The Challengers. Come and join us.
I would make the packages about yay big.
Easy to carry.
No weak stuff. You know, something that's powerful.
It's got to clean.
Clean my shirts, my sweats, my socks.
With kids, they get dirty about every minute.
Just knock it out.
I want my colors to be bright.
I just want my colors.
I hate when red turns pink.
Cheer with Color Guard. A scoopful cleans a machine full.
Can you see what I'm up against here?
Do you need advice about love, romance, and the future of your relationships? Call the Tarot line at 1-900-535-TAROT and get the answers you need now. The Tarot line is not a computer and not a tape. It's your own personal tarot reading, live, one-on-one, by authentic psychic readers who will help you find the answers you need from the privacy of your own home. Your personal tarot reading is just a phone call away at 1-900-535-TAROT. Call now and receive your very own personal power crystal. The charge for this call is $3.50 per minute, and you must be 18.
Now, all Favor Street machines are on sale.
Man, I need trends.
Hey, you want new? How about these? The new for the 90s lineup of Olympians. For kids. For men. For women. Plus a few other fast names you know. Reebok. Jordache. Favor Street machines. The fastest styles around. Vroom, vroom! At prices that won't slow you down.
Subspace transmission. Starship Enterprise. Requested profile. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Rank. Top Starfleet operative. Characteristics. Commitment level extreme. Superior command control capability.
We come in peace.
For additional transcom, consult Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Now every weekday afternoon at 4 on Channel 6.
All news and current events questions are verified by Newsweek magazine. And now let's get back to the challengers.
Thank you, Don Morrow. Fred, you're out in front by a handsome margin, $1,200 to the other two with $500 and $450 respectively. And we're ready to start the second half of play. This is where we raise the value of all the questions, and the 6 categories are cartoons, fictional females, quotations, Yasser, Vasser, and Nasser, footnotes, and world cities. And the choice belongs to Peter.
How about footnotes?
Footnotes it is. We've got Shelby Foot, Horton Foot, and Foot, Cone, and Belding. $200 to $400 wagers this time. Those are your footnotes. Everybody takes a question this time. Bill for $200. Shelby Foot is best known for his best-selling 3-volume history of what war?
World War II.
I'm sorry, it was the Civil War. Peter for $300. Writer Horton Foot won an Oscar for Best Screenplay for the 1983 film Tender What?
Mercies.
That's correct, for $300. Fred for $400. Advertising agency Foot, Cone, and Belding hired Spike Lee to direct a series of commercials which asked the question, is your fly buttoned? What's the product's brand name?
Nike.
No, Levi's 501 jeans. That was a costly round all around for 2 of 3 of you. In any case, Peter, you have the choice of the remaining 5.
World cities, please.
World cities. We've got Kalamazoo, Timbuktu, and Kathmandu. Oh, they're in a rhyming frame of mind here. Wager, please. For $200, Fred and Peter, if you attend Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, what Great Lake is located nearest to you? I was surprised it's Michigan. Like, I mean, it's so easy, it looked like it was a trap. In any case, Bill, for $400, Kathmandu is the capital city of what South Central Asian kingdom?
Nepal.
That is right, for $400. Cartoons, fictional female quotations in Yasser, Vasser, and Nasser. What's your pleasure, Bill?
Let's go with cartoons.
Cartoons. The Little Deuce Coupe for $200, the Pink Cadillac for $300, and the Hot Rod Lincoln for $400. These are cartoons. For $200, Fred and Peter, in 1963, Little Deuce Coupe was a top 40 hit for what rock group? It's the Beach Boys. Nobody answered, so all is well. Bill, for $400, Hot Rod Lincoln barreled its way to number 9 on the 1972 pop charts as performed by George Frayne, also known as Commander Cody. Name his backup group.
The Lost Planet Airmen?
You really got trivia knowledge up there. There's a man who collects 2,000 beer cans should know that, right? You got it for $400. We have 3 of them left. What would you like, Bill?
Quotations.
Quotations. We have quotations about the heart, about the hand, and about the head. Select and wager. For $200, Fred, according to an ancient quotation in Bartlett's, what makes the heart grow fonder?
Absence.
That's right, for $200. For $300, Peter and Bill. Name the Cervantes work in which we hear the line, "A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush." Peter.
Don Quixote.
You're right for $300. It's your choice of the last 2.
Yasser, Vassar, Nasser.
Yasser, Vassar, Nasser. We got Yasser Arafat, Vassar College, and Gamal Abdel Nasser. Judge, that's very clever.
Yes, sir. I agree.
We've been at it again. Gentlemen, select and wager. 2 of you going for the Nasser question. Bill, this is yours for $300. Vassar College is one of a group of Eastern colleges known as the 7 what?
Sisters.
That's right, for $300. Fred and Peter for $400. Gamal Abdel Nasser became premier and late president of Egypt after the 1952 overthrow of what Egyptian king? Fred.
King Farouk.
Farouk is right. You picked up $400. And let's see, that gives you a couple of you as a tie for the lead. Fred, you got $1,400. Bill, you've got $1,400. Peter, $1,050, and this could be the one that breaks it all up into little pieces. Fictional females. We have children, trollops, and social climbers. Select and wager. For $200, Bill, in the novel Gone with the Wind, Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara have a daughter called Bonnie what Butler?
Bonnie May.
Oh, Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue. Cost you a couple $100. Sorry about that. Fred and Peter for $300. The scandalous 18th century novel Fanny Hill carries the subtitle, The Memoirs of a Woman of What? Pleasure was the missing word. And let's summarize once again what we have here. Fred's out in front, followed by Bill, and then Peter in that order. But in this game, you all have just about the same amount of money, which kind of makes it fun for those who are watching, because not our money, it's yours. You got to bet it, and the final challenge is coming up right after this.
That's me, Paul's TV. I'm an electronic repair technician. I took a course in electronics at the National Education Center, learned to repair all kinds of equipment. Satellites and microwave, computers and cellular phones, and my specialty, video equipment and TVs. I thought about going for the 4-year degree, but I learned what I needed at NEC and spent the extra time making money.
Hey, boss.
That's me.
For a brochure, call 1-800-722-7337. That's 1-800-722-7337.
Do not adjust your television.
Adjust your radios to the all-new Mix 105.9 FM. 50 minutes of music an hour.
Let's just wait it. If you hold on for one more day, one day in the club at the end of the street.
For 50 minutes of music an hour, turn on the new Mix 105.9 FM.
If you'd like to become a contestant on the Challengers, please call area code 818-562-1620.
Recently, when I became deathly ill, I was able to summon an ambulance, my next-door neighbor, my family, and my doctor without picking up a telephone. I used this remote control to contact LifeCall, my 24-hour emergency medical response service. What? You just press this button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See? Protect yourself with Life Call, and you're never alone. To get complete free information by mail about this affordable medical emergency response system, call toll-free now. Life Call can save your life, so call to get free details by mail right away.
For free information about LifeCall, call 1-800-654-3900. That's 1-800-654-3900.
Prize is awarded by Citibank MasterCard and Visa Card, America's most widely used credit cards. And now, back to the final challenge. And once again, here's Dick Clark.
Thank you, Don. Looking over these scores, $1,400, $1,200, $1,050. This is the stuff that makes for a great final challenge. The only fly in the ointment is you don't have any idea what the final challenge is. Fred said, I hope it isn't the famous beer collection to cans or whatever, because that would give Bill. I peeked. I don't think there's any advantage one way or another here. It's all going to be in the background and the reading and what have you, so good luck to all of you. The final challenge category is upon us, and here it is. The fight for civil rights. Now, you can wager your money at even odds in higher education, double it in secondary education, triple it at lunch counters. We're talking about the fight for civil rights. Think about it for 15 seconds. Select your question. Make your final wager of the day. There's a very important ingredient here. You got to wager high in order to get the question. If you're too low, somebody else takes it away and you're not in the race. The challenge is yours. Our players' choices are locked in. The subject is the fight for civil rights, and we'll start with the man with the least amount of money posted. That's Peter with $1,050. What are you going to do, sir?
I chose at lunch counters for $555.
All right, Bill, you're next in line. Your account shows $1,200. That's yours. What are you going to put up at risk?
I also chose lunch counters for $1,075.
Well, as we say, the higher wager gets the question, so it depends now whether Fred goes for the same one or something else, but for the moment, you've got that one. Fred, with $1,400 in your account, please declare.
I chose higher education for $400.
All right, that means it's up to Fred and Bill to battle this thing out. Now, Peter, it isn't over by a long shot. If I figured this thing out properly, Fred, you're up there for $1,800. If you're right, if you're wrong, it's $1,000. And Bill, you're up for money, and if you're wrong, it'll be down considerably. And Peter, you could come out a winner, depending on what happens to the other two guys. So we'll figure it all out in a second as we turn first of all to Fred on the question on higher education. The year was 1962. After a night of rioting by students and outside troublemakers on campus, an Air Force veteran became the first black to be admitted to the University of Mississippi. For $1,800, name that Air Force veteran.
James Meredith?
James Meredith is right. You picked up $1,800. Peter, that sort of makes it academic. You've won your $1,050, but Bill, it's now in your hands. If you're right, you win $4,425 and the game, and you'll be back to play again, and it all hinges on this question. In February of 1960, students at two colleges in North Carolina staged a sit-in protest at a segregated lunch counter. Similar protests soon spread to other cities and states. For $4,425 and the win. In what North Carolina city did that historic protest take place?
Greensboro?
You are absolutely right. You've won it. That's $4,425 as your win. And here we go to count it down. Fred ends up with $1,800. Peter leaves with $1,050. The two-day total is $4,100 for Peter. Congratulations to all of you. It's a good job. And Bill, you'll be returning tomorrow to meet a couple of new challengers and stay here until you are defeated. That's the rule of the game. Good luck to you, sir. Fred, thanks very much. Peter, enjoy the $4,100. And Bill, we'll see you tomorrow right here on the Challengers. Please join us. For now, Dick Clark. So long.
Some contestants today will receive, did you know that Wesson Light cooking spray has less than 1 calorie per serving? Wesson Light, less than 1 calorie. And Gitano products, the Gitano brand reflects a new American tradition, a quality brand that fits the changing lifestyle of today's American family. And protect your skin from a lifetime of showering with vitamin E and aloe skin conditioning bars from Jergens. And Clear Eyes gets rid of the redness, and unlike the leading eye drop, Clear Eyes is an extra ingredient to moisturize too. Use as directed. And a gift certificate from Citibank, Visa, and MasterCard, proud supporter of the National Parks Preservation Fund.
Guess who's going to be at the home show from The Young and the Restless this weekend? I'll give you a hint. He's a lawyer on the show. Watch The Young and the Restless next to see if you can figure it out.
This is Don Morrow speaking. The Challengers is a Ron Greenberg production in association with Dick Clark Productions.
A cult of terror.
He started touching me. It scared me.
A cult of perversion.
He'd send the women to have sex together.
A cult of intimidation.
He beat us one by one.
The allegations are shocking. The real story may be even worse.
The cult is run by a self-ordained preacher. His flock calls him God's prophet. Others call him one of the most dangerous men in South Florida.
Susan Candiati investigates. Tonight on Channel 6 Action News. We're earning our reputation, one story at a time.
Remodeling your kitchen,
improving energy efficiency,
landscaping the yard,
Channel 6 at the Home Show,
upgrading the bathroom,
installing home security,
tiling a floor.
Channel 6 at the Home Show.
Where can you go to find the home improvement experts or learn how to do it all yourself?
The Miami Fort Lauderdale Home Show.
And Channel 6 will take you there. Join Maria Gennaro and Cliff Morrison for
Prime Time at the Home Show, a Channel 6 special Saturday night at 8.
At Channel 6, if you want to sit here, you can't just sit around.
We can tell you this,
That's why Ken Matz is earning a reputation for going to the scene, getting personally involved, and tackling sensitive issues.
So what is the immediate answer?
If we expected anything less, he wouldn't sit still for it.
Good evening, I'm Ken Matz.
Ken Matz on Channel 6 Action News. We're earning our reputation, one story at a time. When you're earning a reputation for stories about children and the issues that affect them, you get involved. You get emotional. And once in a while, you even get a hug. Channel 6 anchor Barbara Sloan doesn't just talk about kids. She talks with them.
Different, isn't it? I mean, everybody needs to be included.
At Channel 6 Action News, we're earning our reputation, one story at a time.
The Chippendales and the Penthouse Pets, next, Geraldo. Today at 5.
Good morning, Duchess.
Morning, darling. There's some coffee there. Help yourself.
Okay, thank you. Well, now, you look like a woman with a lot on her mind.
Yes, I suppose I am. Brock, there is no doubt in my mind any longer that we have an enemy in our midst.
Well, I know you were suspicious. Did something happen?
Oh, she's up to something. I know it. I'm certain of that. You know, after she thought I had gone up to bed, I lingered in the foyer, and I overheard her making a call to John Abbott. Now, she told him that she would not be coming into work this morning, that there was something that she had to take care of, something that meant more to her than he could ever know. What do you make of that?
I want to hear what you make of it.
I'll tell you what I make of it. When court resumes today, Nina is going to be cross-examined. Now, you said last night, when she finishes and the trial is over, it usually goes to the jury.
Right.
But not always. That is what I think is going on here. Jill is going to do something to inject herself into that trial.
Isn't she down yet?
What is there?
Jill, I fixed her breakfast. She's always down by now. What's keeping her?
You mean she hasn't left yet?
No. Shouldn't she be at work by now?
Yes, Esther, she should. And I'm sure she'll be down before too long. Brock, we have got to do something.
I agree. I'm going to call John Silva.
Who is it?
It's me, Neil.
Neil, come in.
Well, can you believe it? I didn't even have to take a number. What's the matter with this place here? There's no sick people?
No such luck. Just happens to be a quiet time.
Ah, that won't last, believe me.
Neil, I'm anxious to hear, did you get a chance to talk to Drusilla yet about her being my bridesmaid?
Who is it?
It is Madame Chauvin.
Nice come in,
to
please.
see you, nice to see you.
Thank you.
I have come to see Drusilla. Is she here?
No, I'm afraid you've already missed her. She's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.